Hello, everyone. I'm Maya, and today I want to talk with you about using sound frequency for healing. By now, we know that putting us under a microscope on an atomic level, we are just little atoms spinning and vibrating in different frequencies. And so, what happens is that the researchers are showing that the environment input, the outside input in our body, affects how we are vibrating. Each frequency are we vibrating. And so I've been using tuning forks to tune and balance the electromagnetic field around the body. And the way it works is that with intention, we strike the fork and just hold the fork around the body. The body knows what to do with the frequency. The body listens to the frequency from the forks and tune itself. It uses the frequency to bring order back into those atoms vibrating. So what happens is that it brings balance back into the systems of the body. If the nervous system is on a state of stress and the fight or flight, which most of us are living on these days, we perceive threat outside in our environment, and so our nervous system, our immune system gets shut down, and our nervous system is in this state of fight or flight. What do I do with this threat? And so when our bodies receive this input and it starts vibrating back into balance and order, it balances all the systems of the body, telling the body that we're safe, and the body goes back into a growth and repair mode. And so the benefits are tremendous. We have been hearing from people that they're sleeping a lot better, they feel happier, and the immune system is working a lot better, the digestive system is working a lot better. So it brings balance back into all the systems of the body, and it also releases energies that are being stored in our field or in our body, like emotions that, from something that happened back then. Chinese medicine this is well known in Chinese medicine, like the liver holds on to anger. Our different areas of our body hold on to different emotions, and it creates the imbalance on the flow of energy throughout our bodies. So with the input from the fork, what happens is that those energies that are stored are released back into the field, and so the electromagnetic field of the body starts circulating energy the way it's supposed to, like free flow of energy. And so brings a lot of balance back into our lives. And I noticed that even for me as a practitioner, the more I do it, the more I see those improvements within myself, because I'm around the forks all the time. So I do notice that my mood is more stable, that I am able to keep myself in this state of joy for longer. And um, so many things. I sleep a lot better, just the same things that people give the feedback to us that is happening for them. I see it happening for me as a practitioner. And one very interesting thing in this practice for me is how well it works at a distance as well, because we are this electromagnetic field around the earth, around our bodies, around everything, connects us to the field. And so this ether, this unified field of energy that connects all things, we can do sessions in people across the country, in another country, and they feel it. I'm working in a certain area of the body, in a certain type of emotion, of release, and the person feels that part of their bodies all the way across the country or in other countries. They feel a tingling emotion, a tingling sensation in that area, or they feel a release happening through their breath. A lot of people also notice that the memory comes up for them depending on what it is that we are working with. The the way that this idea works is that in our electromagnetic field around our body, we store emotions and experiences that happened since we were born. And so it's like the rings in a tree, where about 5 to 6 feet around our bodies is where it's the limits of our electromagnetic field. That can be very different for different people. Different practices that we do, we can expand that field, or when we are taking on too much energy from the field and we are not releasing energy, we can shrink that field. So the outer edge of the field is usually related to gestation and birth, and the more you get closer to the body, it's more related to recent events. And so we notice that when we are working in an area in the field that is related to, when you were a kid or a teenager or whatever it is, that the situation happened, that emotion got stored in the field, we notice that a lot of the times the memories come to mind of what that is related to. And what we believe is that as that emotion comes to mind is a way that you're releasing that emotion that got stored in there. One way to look at this too is by trauma healing. You can see that when the psychologist shows the person, the patient, picture with just like a blur of paint in the picture, um, a regular person with no big trauma sees regular things in there. You can see, the person can see a table or a butterfly. But if you show that with people that have PTSD, any type of big trauma, the person usually sees something related to the trauma. If you have sexual trauma, you'll see something that is related to that. They noticed that when they were showing those pictures to people that were in the war, they saw like parts that they saw in the war. So what that tells them is that we have this field around us that is, all of our experiences are stored in that field, which means it's the filter within which we see our reality. So everything that we are seeing outside of ourselves is passing through this filter of experiences that we have had. So with the use of the fork, we can manipulate those memories, because we can release things that are stuck in the field, that are being the lenses within which we see the world outside of us. And so when we release those emotions and let the flow just happen naturally and freely the way it's supposed to happen in our field, in all the systems of our bodies, we can release those stories, those emotions, those memories that are not serving us anymore. This is one of the feedbacks that we have been noticing, how people are becoming more aware of the stories that they tell themselves. I noticed that with myself as well. We have all these stories that we tell ourselves, right, about our lives, why we are where we are in our lives today. And there can be a lot of blaming. I'm in this state in my life today because of this that has happened, because of that has happened to me. So there's a lot of like victim mentality behind those blaming and complaining. And so with more harmony in the flow of energy around our body, within our bodies, we have been noticing that people are becoming more aware of those stories, that they are just stories, that we can always tell ourselves a new story, right? So I have been noticing that with myself, just by being around the forks. And I also have sessions done to me. I have people that I trade sessions with, and I have been having that feedback from my clients as well, how much they are being more aware of where they are at in life, and being more able to take responsibility for where they are at in life, so that from that point they can move on and leave experiences that used to hold them back, leave them behind, let them follow through, and just focus on their future and create a more beautiful, aligned, balanced future for themselves. So yeah, just a quick video that I wanted to share with you guys about what the use of sound frequency look like with the tuning forks. So I've been appreciating this method very much, and just wanted to share with you guys how it works. It's really been an amazing experience to work with frequency like this. So yeah, if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments, or just reach out. My information is on my website, mayazhaym.com. And yeah, I hope to talk with you guys soon. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. If you like videos like this, you can subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share with people that you think you can benefit from it. And I will see you guys soon. Have a great weekend.